What's going on, guys? Ben here, Enos Tech, and today we're taking a look at Thermaltake's new Level 20 RGB mechanical gaming keyboard. The Level 20 RGB mechanical gaming keyboard comes in two different colors. You can get it in the standard black or the more premium looking titanium, each of which allows users to pick between Cherry MX Blue switches or the Cherry MX Speed Silver. Personally, since reviewing Thermaltake's own X1 keyboard, I am a big fan of the Cherry MX Silver switches. The 1.2mm actuation really just fits my fancy, and I enjoy it for gaming and typing on, and I find it quite comfortable and easy with no fatigue to my fingers. Now, the Level 20 gaming keyboard also features a curved aluminum top plate, which is 2mm thick. It adds extra strength, durability, and if nothing else, it looks amazing. The keyboard also features a 3-side RGB customizational light bar, if you will. It's on both sides and across the top of the keyboard. This can be controlled alongside the individually lit keys in Thermaltake's own software. Speaking of Thermaltake's own software, you can also now control this keyboard with their exclusive mobile app, the software for your computer, and even Amazon Alexa, if that is something that you're into. Taking a quick look at just some of the RGB preset modes in Thermaltake's own iTake software. If you open up the software and click on lighting, under the effects you'll see keyboard light, which are the keys, and you'll see a section of keyboard around, which is obviously the 3 zones that go around the keyboard. Now for each of these, there are a number of different effects you can do. Some of them are quite similar, some of them are not. Obviously, as you can see, we've got the ripple effect, so as you hit the keys, it kind of zones out. It's got the raindrops going around the side, which is of course hard to see in this one. We'll go ahead. This is the ribbon around the side, and basically this starts out from both sides. They go up and they meet in the middle. You can also do the raindrops on the keyboard, which is always a fun one. It kind of looks like just rains hitting the keyboard and stuff like that. We've got a spiral rainbow, which is quite cool because you can set that to both the keys and the side illuminations. And as you can see, we've got an RGB fest going on. I'm not going to go into detail on all these, just know that there are over 10 settings for each. Another great feature of this keyboard is the dedicated multimedia keys. If you look up in the top right hand corner of this keyboard, you will see a volume wheel, a mute switch, and then your normal stop, fast forward, rewind, and play and pause buttons. On the top side of the keyboard, near where the cable comes out, there are also a USB connector and a headphone jack. So those of you that may like to use headsets now and again, but aren't really interested in having to bend down and plug them into your computer, you can plug it right into the top of your keyboard and get going. If anything else you want to plug in there, maybe your phone cable or whatnot to charge your phone up, you can do this as well. Of course, the Thermaltake Level 20 RGB mechanical keyboard is fully compatible with the TT Sync ecosystem. You can connect this with a number of other peripherals, from headsets to mice to power supplies to their water cooling, and again, you can control this all through Thermaltake's own software, which is readily downloadable from their website. There are a number of quick access function keys. As we're starting to see, these are becoming more and more popular. Simply hit the FN key and then hit one of any of the keys that has a secondary function. For example, the F1 through F12 keys, the insert home, escape, print screen. As you will see, there are more functions on them. So again, just hit and hold down the function key and hit one of these keys to use its secondary function. The keyboard features 100% anti-ghosting with full end key rollover, which pretty much means that if you bash on all these keys at once, the keyboard is going to register them as you've hit them, and they will work. Every keystroke you type will come up in this. This is great for mobile gamers and even some FPS games, because when you start getting into titles like Quake and stuff with very fast gameplay, you will find yourself hitting keys very quickly. Now, obviously, one of the main features of this keyboard is the RGB illumination. As you can see, it looks quite nice. There are a number of different features and preset modes that can be controlled through the software. So as we can see, the Thermaltake RGB Level 20 mechanical gaming keyboard has got some pretty impressive features to it. Now, I've been using this keyboard for probably 2 to 3 weeks now every day for everything from gaming to typing reviews to general web browsing, and I must say I am a big fan of it. Previously, I was using Thermaltake's own X1 as my daily driver, and this is definitely an upgrade upon that. If nothing else, the added RGB functionality looks amazing. My kids love it. Wife's not so much a big fan, but it is what it is. I enjoy it. I normally have it set to a static color, but it helps set off my little corner of my review area, my computer area. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give this our must-have award, because for the price, this is a lot of keyboard that has a lot of features. We've got the included USB and headphone jacks on the top. It's got the Cherry Speed Silver switches, which have a 1.2mm actuation point, where a lot of other switches are somewhere between 1.6 and 1.8, so it's easy to get them clicks in. It's a great gaming keyboard. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you're into like FPS gaming and stuff like that, it won't do you wrong. Now, I just want to say thanks to Thermaltake UK for sending this in for the review. Make sure to check out the written content on the website to get a better look at some of the angles of the keyboards in the photos. And as always, stay tuned in the future for more content.